Awesome, welcome back. In this video, we're gonna see how we can create our first ever retargeting campaign on Facebook. Let's see how we can create our first ad. So the first thing you can do is either click on this Manage Ads tab on your ad manager and click on this Create Campaign button, or simply click on this green button on top which says Create Ad. We're gonna click on Create Campaign here, and boom! This is a page all of you guys are familiar with by now. This is again the objective setting page for all your campaigns, and here again you can choose to optimize your ad campaign based on different objectives that you may have. You can either try to send more people to your website simply, or you can try to optimize your campaigns based on the actual conversions on your website, or it can simply be boosting your posts on your Facebook account, or promoting your page, or getting installs of your app. So all these different objectives are dependent on the strategy that you actually set up even before coming to Facebook ad creation. And again, that's why I think having a clear objective for each retargeting campaign is so important, because based on your objective, you can come up with different ways to optimize your campaigns even on Facebook. So for this campaign, we're going to choose increase conversions on the website. Personally, I believe conversions are what matter most if you think about it. Even if you have many more new customers or many more customers coming back to your website, it doesn't actually mean that much unless those customers ultimately purchase any product on your website, if you're selling something on your website. So I personally love setting my campaigns optimized for conversions here. So we're gonna move on to actually create a new campaign here, and again, you gotta type in your own website address here on this small window. And for this exercise, we're gonna use the Grocery Now website again. So I'm gonna type in my Grocery Now web address, and if you click on your address, below your address you can now choose all the different events on your website, and this is why you need to set up the Facebook pixel across all the pages and all the events that you want to track, and properly tag them along with the different code snippets as I've shown you guys in the previous section. So here we're going to choose maybe we want to optimize for purchase. So once we have that, we're gonna move over to campaign name. You can try to name this campaign whatever you want, and we're gonna make it just test campaign conversion. So we're gonna create an ad account here, and then here what you can do is setting up your account information. This could be randomly done, or could be different based on your locations and currencies, time zone that you're in. But we're going to move on to setting audience and budget. And here you have all these interesting options to customize your campaigns. First thing you want to set is obviously the audience that you want to serve these ads. So go to custom audience, and now when you click on this window, you see the customer list that we created, and for this campaign we want to use the pixel-based 180 days audience, and this will let us show these ads to all the visitors that have come to your website in the last 180 days. And you can also choose a specific location for this audience. You can try to narrow down your audience by typing in specific locations or specific, countries, or even zip codes based on your needs. For this exercise, I'm just going to choose United States, and let's go to California. I just want to show this ad to those people only in California, and I want to show this ads to people aged between 20 to 35. And you can even choose specific gender. I want to show this to both men and women. And you can even choose different languages that they speak. You can choose English speaking people only, or you can maybe choose Spanish speaking people. Or by leaving this empty, you can target pretty much everyone. And for detailed targeting, this is something I love to use in a more complex campaigns. This specifically narrow down your target audience based on different factors such as demographics, interests, behaviors, and other categories as well. You can choose different education level or ethnic affinity, financial, and generation, even on different homes, life events, parents, politics, relationship, work, and even different interests, whether this person you think should be interested in movies, animated movies, you can click on those ones. Or since this fake business of mine right now is grocery delivery service, I'm gonna see if I can come up with food related, grocery related interest group, and I'm gonna choose, organic food sounds like a good choice. And now we have this specific interest group as one of the key criteria for choosing this target audience. And what Facebook is going to do is find those people among your customer list who Facebook thinks are most interested in organic food, and that way you can sort of hyper target your specific audience. And this way, by having a good combination of different interests or demographics, you can try to optimize your return on investment of your retargeting campaigns, because obviously there are some people who are more likely to buy your products on your website. And the way to do that is to leverage all this data that Facebook has, and try to optimize your campaigns off of the data. Once we have this detailed targeting, we can move on to even target people based on their connections. So you might have actually seen different ads on Facebook where you see something like, your friend, somebody likes this page, or somebody liked this post, and this is essentially where you can try to do that with your ad. So if you click on Facebook pages, people who like your page, or people who use your app, or people who responded to your event, this is where you can again specifically target those people in that connection. You can try to save this audience for future usage again. And moving on to spend section, here you can choose your daily budget or lifetime budget. I usually try to set this up between $40 to well, at some occasions $150 per campaign, but for this exercise let's just set it as $20. And for schedule, you can even try to set a start and end date. So for this campaign, let's see if we can simply run this ad continuously starting today. And if you click on advanced options, here's all the detailed options for ad delivery. And again, you can try to choose different optimization options here. You can try to optimize for impressions, how many times you want to show these ads, or link clicks on that specific ad, or daily unique reach. But here, as Facebook recommends, we're going to choose conversions, and this will serve my ad to people who are most likely to complete an action, which in this case is purchase on my website. Bid amount, you can try to have automatic or manual option. I usually set this at manual and begin with maybe $3 per results, and play around as we see different results coming in. And you can try to bid lower or bid higher based on the performance of your campaigns. And how you manage this bidding amount is crucial in improving your campaign performance and optimizing the campaigns moving on. And for now, we're going to set it at $3. And we can leave the rest of them as it is. And you can try to rename the campaign based on your needs, but we're just going to leave it as California 20 to 35 based on my target audience. And you can move on to choose your ad creative. And we have two different options. First is single image or video in your ads. Second is multiple images in one ad. Based on my experience, the campaign performance is much better for a single image if you are shooting for a conversion event, whether it be purchase or add to cart event. For multi-images, I think multi-images work really well for engagement campaigns or campaigns aimed at improving brand awareness. So feel free to choose the type that you think would be most ideal for the specific objective that you have for your campaigns. And now we're going to move on to create actual images here. So before you do that, for this type of conversion optimized campaigns on Facebook, you need to have a Facebook page. You may have your previous pages associated with your business, but for this exercise I don't have one, so let me create one by clicking on this. And you can choose different types of the page. You can simply come up with the page name and choose a category, maybe food and grocery for this one. You can type in your fake address, maybe something like 10,000 Street. Well, in reality you should use your own address, but for this exercise I thought I would use a fake address that I have. Once you choose this one, zip code, and choose your image, and click on create page. And once you have the page, Facebook will automatically associate this campaign with the page. And now you can try to change all the copies and images of your ad here. And it seems like we have chosen the multiple images type for a campaign, but for this exercise let's just choose a single image because it's a conversion optimized campaign. And here what you can do is click on this button to add your own image. I'm gonna add this one for my campaign. You can even try to use free stock images provided by Facebook, but I would usually recommend that you develop a very good looking image that is in line with the campaign purpose as well as the nature of your business. campaign images are really important, as you can imagine, in any kind of advertising efforts. So you need to pay attention to it. And here you can change the headline and body copy of your ad image. For this one, I'm gonna change the headline to "Get the freshest groceries delivered." And for text, we need to come up with some creative ways to communicate the key benefits or key motivations for customers to visit and convert on your website. I don't have anything specific right now, but let's just put coming soon here, this exercise. And then for call to action, you can choose shop now, book now, or learn more. I usually prefer learn more because that's not too salesy, but at the same time very action driven. You can try to use different advanced options here, but you can feel free to leave them empty. And here you can choose different types of ads, and in the next section I'm gonna specifically talk about different types of ads on Facebook. But for this video, we're gonna choose desktop newsfeed by clicking on add, and boom, this gives you a preview of the campaign you have. And if you click on place order here, you have your first ad campaign. All you need to do is just type in your credit card number and all the details and click on continue, and that's it. You have your first ad campaign on Facebook.